All praises, honor, and glory be to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah. It's your brother Prince Malachi, sons of Jacob Tulsa. We back at it again. You feel me? We're gonna dive into some scriptures, but today, what I want to touch on is the importance of routine, right? Of having a godly routine, right? Because your routine is going to take up the meat of your life. So you got to use your time wisely and efficiently, right? We are in the last days. Um, this is actually just a foundational part of being a consistent human being. You feel me? You want to have a productive routine. You know, a lot of people get up, they routine, boom. You know, they do all of that stuff they need to do before they leave the house, get dressed, hygiene, so on and so forth. They go to work, boom, they come home, they might chill with their family, watch some TV, play the game, whatever they like to do, boom, eat. You know, they got a routine. It's consistent. Boom, 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 boom. I do this. I wake up at this time, go here. I do this. I do this. I do this. I do this. And um, you know that's how they maintain their lifestyle. That's how they maintain uh, their livelihood, uh, their financial position, their relationships, their friendships, their you know that's why things like a schedule were invented. That's why things like people have a daily agenda. Highly productive people, a lot of them use a daily agenda. You know what I'm saying? Those things are profitable for people who want to change the impact that they having on themselves and their life. You dig what I'm saying? Your routine. I remember points of times in my life when I had a good routine. I remember points of time in my life when I had a bad routine. And all of those things were a direct the things I was going through in life were a direct correspondence with my routine. Like I remember when I used to play sports, and anybody who used to play sports, like in high school, middle school, so on and so forth, they could probably feel what I'm saying, right? Back when you were in a routine of playing sports, let's say you was on the team and you had practice every day, you had better use of your body when you were in a constant routine of exercise, right? Versus when you're more sedentary and you don't get around as much and you maybe sit at a desk all day, or you know, when you just less active. When you was more active more frequently in a routine way, let's say you go to practice 5 days a week, you're just gonna have better use of your body. You're just gonna be, because you're in a constant routine. You're in a constant routine of exercise. Now you dig what I'm saying? You feel good, you move good, you got good use of your body. You know what I'm saying? Versus somebody who's lazy and they don't do much activity, they're not gonna have as good as good use of their body, right? Same thing goes for mental mental aptitude, man. They say it's a saying out there. They be like, use it or lose it. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep your brain active, the same way you got to keep your body active. I remember, and I'm pretty sure anybody who done graduated, or you know, then they done been out of school for some time, they can attest that, let's say math, for example, you probably not as sharp and as quick at mathematics as you were when you were taking math class 5 days a week. You know what I'm saying? Even if whether you were great at math or not so good at math, just all right at math, you're probably better then when you were in a routine of doing math every day than you are now when you don't have to do as much math. You know what I'm saying? You add up certain things. Certain things do require math, but I'm gonna say for the most part, you're gonna be more sharper if you in a routine of doing that versus someone who's not. I'm gonna make that hypothesis. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see. You know. So there's I say all that to say, so like you for being long winded. I'm gonna get into this article in maybe a few scriptures. But I say that to say, when you in a those things were a routine, and when you in a constant routine of doing certain things, you're gonna see the fruit of it, the fruit of your routine. It's just like a bed of plants. You know what I'm saying? You got to take care of the plants. You got to be in a routine with the plants. You got to understand, you know what I'm saying, where they at with their life cycle, sowing time. You got to understand reaping time, so on and so forth. It's all come down to routine, right? If you don't be in the right routine, you're going to trick something off. You forget what time sowing time is. Now it's too late to grow food. Now you starve. You forget what time reaping is. Now you don't let your plants go on too long, and now they dying. You lost a bunch of food because you didn't know it was time to reap because you weren't in routine. See, routines help. But I'm gonna just get into the article. Sorry for my little spiel. Uh, this is LinkedIn, right? If you don't know about LinkedIn, you should. They help you get a job if you're in need of a job. It's kind of something like Indeed. I know a lot of people is more familiar with Indeed. When it come to tools you can use to find a job, LinkedIn is also available along with Indeed. You can download these as apps on your phone. They're gonna tell you about jobs in your area, and they're gonna get you situated, man. Get you on some interviews if you are willing. But anyway, how to build positive routines for a productive life, right? It is impossible to overstate the importance of routines in our lives. So he say it is impossible to overstate the importance of routines in our lives. You can never finish talking about how important it is to have a routine, right? Having routines provides stability, predictability, and control. As a result, we can be more efficient, more productive, and more focused. Furthermore, they can improve our health, reduce stress, and boost our overall well-being. You see how banging routines are just by, are you listening? This is just the first passage, the first little paragraph. And it's just speaking on the power of routines, man. You gotta have good routines, good healthy routines, a godly routine at that, because as the law says, you gotta love the Most High with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your might. You know what I'm saying? Thou shalt have no other gods before me. So you have to have, first and foremost, a godly routine, right? So maybe you wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is thank the Most High. You throw up a prayer, give him praise, Then maybe ask him for whatever you're going to ask of him. Because a lot of people, they love asking, but they don't ever just stop and give the Most High praise. They don't ever just stop and give the Most High thanks. And my opinion is that you should take time out to do those things. Other than just when you pray, you asking for something. I think you should also take time out to thank the Most High for what he's already done, for what he's already said. You should take time to praise the Most High for the things that he does. We know you're going to ask for stuff, but don't forget to praise the Most High and thank the Most High. So that's just my advice, my suggestion, my opinion. But it's important to have a godly routine, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to keep the Most High first. So maybe you start your day off by thanking the Most High, offering praise and thanks. And maybe get you some word in at the first beginning of the day. That's a good way to start the day, man. Maybe that don't work exactly for some people, because I got to wake up early. You know what I'm saying? And in the morning time, some people got to do different stuff to get their morning going. Some people need coffee. Some people don't need coffee. Some people don't want to be talked to in the morning. They don't be in the mood for certain things. Some people are, early birds, and as soon as they get up, they ready to go. So you need to find a routine that accommodates the kind of life that you want to live. That's a key point. You want to have a routine that accommodates the life that you want to live. So if you want to live a godly life, you might want to implement a godly routine. You dig what I'm saying? So, uh, 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 how can I say? If you want to live a godly life, you need to get a godly routine going. If you don't get a routine going, it's likely that stuff is less organized than you would like it to be, that your life is less put together than you would like it to be, you're less productive than you would like to be. You know what I'm saying? You probably feel scatterbrained sometimes. You probably suffer from brain fog. You probably find it hard to focus. You know what I'm saying? I heard this saying also. Humans are creatures of habit. So it's important to create good habits as well. You know, every time I do this, I go about it this way. It's good to put things like that into practice. It's practical. It's it's uh it's just wise to do so. You know what I'm saying? Um like one thing I do from a spiritual standpoint, if I hear something, especially when it comes to something that's biblical, I like judge it in my mind. Like, what does the law say about this? What did God say about this? Is there anything that the scriptures that Hamashiach spoke about, that the prophets spoke about, that the apostles spoke about, that the Most High spoke about? Is there anything, I kind of filter everything through that type of lens, through that type of filter. You see what I'm saying? And I got a habit of doing that. And I think it's a wise thing to do. You know what I'm saying? It help you have understanding about a lot of things. Like, let me get some scriptures right quick. Okay, we're gonna get back to that right there. Y'all know that's one of my favorites. That's a banger. What I gonna say? Okay. Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 20. That's what I want. The book of Isaiah chapter 9. No, that ain't what I want. I think it's 6 and 20. I'm cooked. Okay, bear with me. I think it's 8 and 20. Now we talking about something. Let's go. The book of Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. So he said, to the law and to the testimony. The words that were spoken in the law and in the testimonies of the prophets, the apostles, the righteous men of the Most High, right? That's spoken by Yahweh, right? If what somebody is coming with, let's say somebody's coming at you with a doctrine that you ain't never heard of, you need to first and foremost think, would I be in transgression of the law? Would I be in transgression of wisdom? Does the Bible disagree with what this person is saying? You got to think stuff like that to lock you. And that's going to keep you, that's going to boom, boom, boom. That's going to defend. That's going to defend your mind. That's going to give you peace. That's going to keep a lot of things that don't need to be in your mind out of your mind. That's going to help you cut down a lot of demons. Okay? To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. So that's a habit that I have set up. When new information enters in my mind, I gotta see if it passes the vibe check. You see what I'm saying? Is it lawful? Is it a sin? Did the epistles speak about this? Does Solomon touch on this in his Proverbs? That's gonna help you know how to think and how to move. It's a good habit, in my opinion. This is what I do. I'm not telling you have to do this. This is what I do. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because they have no light in them. Don't got no place in my mind. I'm cool on it. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you do, that's what you do. But as for me and my house, you see what I'm saying? Type of vibe. When new information comes in, it has to pass the vibe check. Can't just be coming in here saying anything because I'm going to pull your card. Like the Most High said this. So, I mean, we just going to get awkward because we ain't going for that. Don't come around here saying anything. But, all right. But that's a good habit that I got built up is bears much fruit. You know what I'm saying? You got to have routines that bear much fruit. Godly routine in order to live a godly life. Godly habits. You know what I'm saying? Everyday habits. You might want to have a habit of giving to the poor. You might want to just make that like some people just give when it comes up or, whatever you want to do. It's just a suggestion. I'm not condemning anybody and I'm not telling anybody that this is what they should do. Maybe it's just a, scenario. Maybe you have a habit of giving to the poor. Maybe you have a routine. Okay, I make this much money. I get paid this much. I'm going to give 10%. I'm just throwing a number out there. I'm going to give 10% to the poor. This 10% is going to be specifically for alms. You know what I'm saying? And, things like that is based off biblical principles. It's based off biblical themes that are referred to in the law. You know what I'm saying? The poor is supposed to be taken care of. The fatherless, the widows. You know what I'm saying? Things like that come from the law. You know what I'm saying? Understanding like that comes from the law. And in my opinion, it's a godly habit. It's a godly routine to do that. But, having routines like that gonna bear you good fruit, man. You've been doing that for 10 years, man. All praises to the Most High, man. Motherfuckers can't say you haven't gave to the poor, man. They can't say you ain't been doing what you're supposed to do because you made it a part of your routine. You know what I'm saying? The same way you got a carnal routine, you need to have a godly routine, right? You ain't gonna leave the house without brushing your teeth. You got brothers who they wouldn't leave the house without their gun on them. But you left the house without your Bible, brother. What kind of habit is that? What kind of routine are you? What's that all about, bro? What's the big idea? You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You need to have godly routines. You wouldn't go outside without washing your face. Why you haven't prayed today, man? You mean to tell me you didn't thank the Most High when you woke up this morning? I don't know, bro. Kind of weird. That's a little insider me and Officer Mahar know what that means. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of weird though. In all seriousness, why haven't you thanked the Most High today? Why is that not a part of your daily routine? You see what I'm saying? So you want to have godly routine, man. You want to have godly routine. Let me get to this right here, and I'm gonna close it out with this, man. Don't want to get too long-winded. Wasn't a part of the plan, but all praises. Appreciate y'all for vibing. Little scriptures ain't hurt nobody. Little knowledge. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10 and verse 10. If the iron be blunt and he do not whet the edge, then must he put to more strength. But wisdom is profitable to direct. So I love going here to talk about the benefits of sharpening your sword and having, the benefits of repetition. You know what I'm saying? Of being prepared when the time comes, right? So just like I went into about when you're using your body every day, you're doing something athletic every day, your body is gonna be more prepared to perform when it's necessary to perform. You know what I'm saying? You would expect somebody who's an athlete to run faster than somebody who's a couch potato because they've been working on that skill. They've been sharpening their sword. They have a habit of doing athletic things. They have a routine of moving their body. They have a routine of running. So it makes more sense that this person would be more ready in a situation like that than a person who's a couch potato, who's not sharp in that area, who's not who don't have a routine of doing athletic things or being healthy, who don't have a habit of doing that. You see, but that's the fruit of it. You got on the right hand side, you got the fruit. The brother who works out and he's athletic, that's his fruit. The brother who's a couch potato and he can't perform during that time, that's his fruit. That's what his routine got him. That's just the fruit of their routine and of their habits. So what I'm doing is I'm just harping on the importance of routines and habits. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to end it off with that. And I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah. It's been your brother Prince Malachi, Sons of Jacob Tulsa. Get you a godly routine going on, as well as some good, beneficial, fruitful routines in general, good habits in general. You dig what I'm saying? Lord willing, it's been edifying. Peace and blessings, family. Shalom.